Oh, yeah. Hey guys, Michael here again from GuitarGate.com, and it's time to do another Learn the Song. And this week, we're featuring probably the greatest riff in metal history. I know it's a big, bold statement, but in my opinion, if it's not number one, it's number 2 or 3. Tony Iommi is so good. And he is perfect at writing the grooviest, biggest sounding, most evil riffs. And Into the Void, in my mind, is the quintessential heavy metal, big fat halftime groove riff. It's just beautiful. Let's jump right in. Now, the guitar is tuned down to C sharp, all right? So if you're going across the neck, you're going to have C sharp, F sharp, you're going to have B, E, G sharp, and then C sharp again. So it's kind of squirrely, but it's C sharp standard. And then the main riff is just minor with a flat 5, and it's just got some chromatic stuff. It's just super legit. So check this out. Now, the first thing that you'll notice with this is that it's got a little bit of a different sound. And I don't know if you guys can pick it up, but what Tony Iommi does a lot, and I want to make a video on stuff Tony Iommi does a lot because there's so much cool stuff, it sounds like, because I've seen him do it in some other songs, and I watched a bunch of videos, and I couldn't see video evidence of it yet, but to me, it sounds like he's got the wah left on. And that's what really gives it that it's like so nasal and evil and gross, like it's perfect. So I have the wah set on, but just pulled back just a hair. I don't know the exact setting he does with his. You got to mess with it, different amps, different wahs, I get it. But you want to get just a little bite, and I really think that is key to getting that big Tony Iommi sound on this specific song. So you jump into the riff here. You got, so that's just your minor pentatonic, root, minor third, then you're walking up, so 4 flat 5 5, and then your other root again. So now you're going to pedal off your root, and you're going to and pedal off your 5th rather, and go back. So and then you're going to go and hang right on that flat 5. Oh, it's awesome. And then there's this quick little triplet run he does in here, where he does the open 4, the hammer on and pull off on the flat 5. So that's on the open string to the 1st fret. It's a triplet, you know, and then finish it with that flat 3. So 3 of them. So and it finishes with that. And so you're just coming off of that 3rd. And then it's right off that. And what's cool about this riff, another cool thing about this riff, I should say, is that it combines, heavy palm muting and the notes ringing out too. So you really get that separation where something's supposed to ring, and it's always around that flat 5. The flat 5 always seems to ring out, and then you grind everywhere else. So if you listen to it, again, and and you can really take some liberties and mess with it. If you've seen Zakk Wylde do it, you'll see him do the squeals everywhere. You can do it, go crazy with it. So that's the main part of the song. The key thing here is that it's so slow and it's so groove oriented, you can forget about keeping time. I know, sacrilege, just forget about keeping time, right? But it's kind of true. Now, if you watch the Black Sabbath reunion documentary, there's a very, very cool part where they're talking to Bill Ward, who's the drummer, and he says that because of this style of music, that everybody in the band kind of drudges together at the same, with each other, right? So he said he doesn't keep time as a drummer. He plays kind of as an orchestrationist. So like if you go see classical music and you go to a symphony, right? They're not sticking to a metronome in the least bit. The conductor is controlling the flow of the tempo, right? And arranging on the fly. But that is what a conductor does. You're not keeping to a click at all. And Black Sabbath does this also intentionally. You see them play this live. I mean, it can start out like you're just trudging through the swamp slow, but they're all in it together. So my suggestion is when you are doing this with your band, right? Make sure everybody knows the notes, note for note, and you have this central driving pulse. But you gotta all figure it out together. You gotta find your comfort zone where it's not too slow, then you screw it up, and it's not too fast where it just doesn't have that big fat pocket. I know that's abstract, but I'm telling you, it's the truth. With grooves like this, that's how you have to do it. Now, the next part of the song is staying in that same minor theme. It's that it's just awesome. We don't even have any singing yet, right? So what that is just E to D. And Tony is always just doing power chords. There's never a third in any of his stuff. I mean, basically for the rhythm stuff. I mean, it's not always the case, but when he does chords, it's almost all power chords because that's what heavy metal is. That's that sound. So he's starting, and he's going to, looks like E, but again, this is really C sharp. So going down to D, and then he has this, and that's the same thing. He's just walking down the root major 7 to the 7. It's just chromatic, just thinking evil chromatic. Then he does it again. Then when he does it the second time, he does this. And lately, I shouldn't say lately because I don't know. The newer DVDs, the newer videos that I saw, like from 2013-ish on, they're actually going down instead of the minor third. It sounds like they're going down to the second, bending up to the minor third and letting it linger for a second, which is so cool that he just changes it over time because he found a way to make it a little more evil. But so. And then you're right back into it. The other part of the song that we'll get to in this video, we'll get to the solo in the second half on Thursday for the Learn the Solo series, is right when it switches. It switches the groove, everything, the drums go out, and after you've been just trudging through that swamp, it comes out with, it's just so awesome. So, and I love that those are the two parts of the song. and that this is going to be the verse. This is where Ozzy sings, of course, right? This makes perfect sense. And again, you're just grooving in that open E position. Yes, it is C sharp, but you're looking at it, you're visualizing like you're just letting the open strings grind, right? So you're hammering from what looks like a D to an E, which really a B to a C sharp. So 5th to 7th fret on the 5th string, and then you're pedaling, you know, on your low E string, on your C sharp, and your palm mute. So, and every other one, you're letting this B, again, looks like your D, ring out, and you just shake it. You can do a squeal if you want to be more Zakk Wylde, whatever you want to do. Then every other one, he grabs the 4 and bends it up to get to flat 5. So. And it's important that you don't shake that 4 into a flat 5 because what makes Tony Iommi so good, another thing that he does, is the intricacies of his little bends, right? When he goes to this part, it's just, I mean, it's a slow, calculated, like you almost don't even get to the flat 5, and then it jumps right back into it. Then, of course, you have this riff in between each one, right? And that, again, chromatic, walking down from the root, then walking down from the 5th, so 5, flat 5, 4. And then you're back into the... And, of course, this is the verse. And when Ozzy sings, he is just keeping it straight down the middle with the minor stuff, right? He's going from the root to the flat 7 to the minor 3rd. It's the... And that's Into the Void. Now, with all metal songs, right, you pretty much got to go through them, not so much note for note, but moment by moment, right? That there's not a progression to follow. There's just the amount of times you do this riff, and then it goes into that riff, and this is the transition for this. This is the melody line, and this is the solo. On Thursday, we're going to do learn the solo for this song and break down the rest of the pieces. But key takeaway, all right? Key takeaway here is that when you're doing big time grooves like this Into the Void riff, you have to kind of forget about where the click would be or where the click should be and let it just go so slow that it almost feels like you're not going to make it through, but then you catch, right? And then you do. Make sure you're palm muting when it needs to be grindy, and you're letting it ring out and sustaining when you want that flat 5 to really sing through. That is the key to making these riffs work. Just treat it the way they're supposed to be treated. Don't even think about rushing it. Faster is worse than slower, and have everybody in your band just lock in dead with it. I'm such a Black Sabbath fan and a Tony Iommi fan. We will definitely be doing more of these videos. So thank you for watching this, and I'll see you Thursday for the Learn the Solo series. And if you like these videos, please subscribe, like, tell your friends, and leave a hashtag Learn the Song in the comments if you want to request anything. So keep it in your hands. Best of luck. And if you haven't come over yet, I'd like to see you over at guitargate.com. See you soon, guys. Bye.